Hello, New Orleans. You're listening to the Sports Coma, your new #1 podcast on everything Saints, Pelicans, and a lot more. And now, here's your host, Big Q and the guys.
That was a wild segment, Q. That was a wild segment last time. We back. Sports Coma, Big Q and the guys. We're discussing whose fault is it for the travesty that took place in Lambeau Field yesterday on the almost frozen tundra.
It didn't look almost frozen yesterday.
It did not look almost frozen yesterday at all. So we're trying to see whose fault it was. We're looking for y'all to chime in. We want y'all to give us a call. I'm going to turn it over to Q. Q, give me the information to call us.
504-450-6383. That's 504-6383. And
did you say 504? You skipped the whole bit of that. It's very crazy.
That's crazy. 504-450-6383. That's the number to reach us here. And like Fab saying, that we were talking about the 16-14 loss with LSU to Wisconsin. We gave y'all, my take is that I think I would blame more the loss on play calling than I would do on anything else. I think it was a very vanilla playbook. I think they could have instituted and used the play action a lot more to balance the offense, to keep Wisconsin off balance. But instead, they kind of helped them by just constantly running Fournette, 23 carries, 138, no touchdowns. That's the big thing. Now, that's usually a pretty good game for some running backs, but to be quite honest, we've been pretty much spoiled by Leonard Fournette about what he can do with his 250-yard games and
yeah, I get that.
Anything less than 130, we was like, well, that's pretty pedestrian by Leonard Fournette standards.
Yeah.
But especially the no touchdown stand out for me. Of course, he had that injury. They put Grice in the game for that series.
They did put Grice. Well, he was only there for like two plays.
Yeah, for two plays.
He got like 2 or 3 yards and then the fumble.
Right. But Fournette, then the interception. But Fournette was the guy he was ready. They checked him out, but he was ready to come back in the game. He put his helmet on. He was ready to go. Then Brandon Harris threw that ill-time pick.
Ill-advised.
Yeah.
I was sickly ill.
I had a chance. I looked at that play a half a dozen times from like 2 or 3 different angles,
right.
And I'm still trying to figure out what the hell he was throwing to.
I mean, listen, man, it's no secret, right? That Jennings is just not that guy.
Harris.
Harris, I'm sorry, it's just not that guy.
Please don't say Jennings.
Remind me of the other one anyway, but Harris is not.
No, he does not.
Yes, he does.
No,
Harris is not that guy. They keep trying to force him to be that guy, and he is not that guy.
Listen, he's never going to be that guy unless they can create a balanced offense he can play. Now, you got Fournette right here. Decoy Fournette at plays to operate the play action to Malachi Dupree and Duval upfield. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's not hard to do. The play action really works. But the defense did its job. It held them down to 1 score, and the rest of them was field goals by that great kicker we talked about earlier.
Shout out to Wisconsin kicker. He was definitely the second.
I thought he'd star the team the way that dude was cutting up.
He'd star both teams. Shout out my man Lionel, Eddie Brown checking back here. My opponent Big Ed. We go back a long way. My partner Keem, I guess he off from the barbershop right now. So he chiming in too. We broadcasting live from Hunwick, right in your neighborhood, baby, in your neighborhood. So see the thumbs up, up. So,
welcome, people, welcome.
Listen, man. Shout out to Wisconsin kicker, and I want to debunk that other notion that it was too big of a stage because they were playing in a professional field and they were playing at Lambeau and the college game hadn't been played on Lambeau ever and. Blah 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 blah. Look, man, 75,000 people. That's not even a sellout at Tiger Stadium, nor is it a sellout at Bryant-Denny or any other of these big stadiums that LSU plays at. So I mean, and they've been in way harsher environments than that. The bottom line is they didn't come to play and they got their ass handed to them. That's it.
To be honest, one segment of the team ain't come to play, and I would say that's more the passing game than I would do anything. Brandon Harris, 12 of 21, 131 yards, 57% completion. Come on, man. You should have had at least 2 bills. He had although he had a touchdown, but he had 2 picks to nullify it. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, the last one was the costly one they couldn't recover from with less than 60 seconds left in the quarter.
Yeah, less than 60 seconds.
So I think the defense. Let's not knock the defense. The defense showed up and held those guys down to one offensive score, even though their running back Clements had like 86 yards. But I mean, they held them down. the running game, like I said, with Leonard Fournette, 138 yards. The real problem was the passing game. The passing game didn't get going like it was supposed to create the balance so that they could have won that game.
My man Keem just chimed in and said, Brandon Harris was very immature in that game, and they were in field goal range. Throw the damn ball away. I totally 100% agree with that, Keem. You absolutely correct. Throw the ball away, man.
Big shout out to King. That's what's up. I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Throw the ball away, man. So I mean, where do you go at this point? If I'm Les Miles. Oh, by the way, what do you think? What do you think ought to happen to the kid Booty that came with the clothesline after the WWE?
I don't know. He got chucked out of there. I mean, what you gonna?
He got chucked out of there, but I mean, he got chucked out of there with like 10 seconds in the game or some weird shit like that.
I don't know.
What do you think ought to happen to him?
Me personally, I wouldn't do nothing to him. I mean, it was a frustration thing, but they probably gonna give him a 1-game suspension or something.
I definitely think
like
they warrant a 1-game
probably
suspension
1-game
because
suspension.
you gotta feel that burn. You can't feel played because you went in.
Boy, that's how I felt though.
Yeah, I get it. After he closed on the wrong one.
But hey, he caught the ball, didn't he? He caught the ball, didn't he?
But who wouldn't have caught the ball? My daughter would have caught that ball.
I know he caught the ball. Is what I'm saying.
I got it.
How did you feel when he threw that pass and it was intercepted and that guy got up and started bragging? Then he got his ass knocked down. I was like, okay, that made me feel a little better.
But you know the crazy part about it, right? I'm gonna tell you, the guy intercepted the ball.
But they can't recover from that.
The guy intercepted the ball, right? He was so happy that he intercepted the ball. I don't know if you really saw that play with Booty, but he intercepted the ball. The guy never was down, right? The guy was so happy he intercepted the ball, he actually stuck the ball out like he was going to the end zone, and he was 3 yards away with nothing behind him. If Booty would have actually been a little bit more heads up, he could have took the ball right out of this dude's hands.
I don't think he would. I mean, he made the interception on the ground. The play was dead. I mean,
did his knee hit the ground? I never saw him go down.
Yes, he was down. When he made the interception, he hit the ground. Once he made the interception, you can't advance the ball after that.
No, you can't do that. But
so
I never saw him hit the ground.
Right, but that's why he got up.
I was so intense that he even threw the interception. I was pissed about that. Hey, let's take a look at some of these schools, these other SEC schools, man. Georgia barely edged North Carolina. I want to take a look at that South Alabama game, man. Who was that South Alabama? South Alabama beat Mississippi State. Man, we're in real trouble this year, man. South Alabama, which is the equivalent of like Delgado, beat.
Come on,
man. South Alabama.
Delgado, bro.
Dude, South Alabama beat Mississippi State. That's a traditional SEC.
I know, but I told you earlier that. That's what I'm saying. A lot of the conferences are catching up. SEC used to be the crown champion of college sports for a long time.
Kentucky got blasted by
Arkansas won 21-20 against La Tech. I'm telling you,
that's crazy, man.
No, it's not. It's the equalizing of the field. SEC is not as dominant as it used to be. You understand? Except for a handful of teams,
right.
The Alabamas and the LSU's that get to a point. But I mean, look at it. Look at these games. West Virginia, they played Missouri. They lost. They beat them 26-11. Arkansas barely edges La Tech. Southern Miss. This is the bigger right here. Southern Miss beats Kentucky 45-35.
44-35. Southern Miss blank Kentucky. Shout out
Southern Miss.
Shout out Hattiesburg and shout out Southern Miss. Y'all went to Lexington and like blasted these people.
Remember, that's a basketball time.
That's a basketball.
We don't even count. Even though they're in the SEC, we talk about the power of the SEC.
But Southern Miss is a nothing town.
But see, they living off the rank. We shouldn't even. You don't forget you got trash and garbage in the SEC, like Tennessee and Kentucky.
Tennessee's actually what, number 10?
Kentucky. Those teams shouldn't even be in the SEC. To be honest with you, they just living off the rank of championship clubs like LSU did it 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. Alabama perennially there every year. I mean, it's just. I mean, you say SEC like you're saying it's a dominant conference. It's only 2 or 3 teams. Come on.
It's just the top.
It's only 2 or 3, maybe 4 teams at best that's really good out of all of the teams in the East and the West side of the SEC. Let's keep it real.
I will still take the bottom of the barrel SEC East or West team and pit them against top of the line.
Why would you have to go that? You don't even have to go that far. You look at the Kentucky game, that's the bottom of the SEC in any regard. And look what they got. They got spanked by Southern Miss, 44-35.
I think Vandy would be considered like the
same result. It's the same result.
I think Vandy was like
they probably would have lost by less 7, maybe 3 points.
Yeah, but I think Vandy would definitely would
I think we got to keep it real,
my
man.
cousin just chimed in, by the way. Hey, Jamaica, how you doing?
I mean, I love the SEC. We grew up watching SEC,
LSU
football, but it's not what it was 5 years ago. Could we agree on that?
I can't agree with that. I can't agree with that. Anytime I see Bama destroy the number 20 team in the country,
but that's one team. You got 3 teams of the bunch.
I get it. We all saw what LSU could have done. So I mean, come on, we can't go off of that either. Moving forward to tomorrow night's game, we got Florida State and Ole Miss, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. 11 ranked Ole Miss.
I love Ole Miss in that game.
4th ranked Florida State.
I love Ole Miss in that game. I love Ole Miss in that game. Florida State, I believe.
Ole Miss, you love Ole Miss to win that game?
To win that game.
To beat Florida State.
I love Ole Miss to beat that Florida State team, that ACC team that had one,
that just won a championship, a couple years ago?
Yeah, one good season.
And when the last time Ole Miss won a championship?
Ole Miss they can't get around Alabama and LSU. I mean, they can't. I mean, you got Auburn, Alabama, LSU. Those are the traditional 3 top powerhouses in the entire SEC. So I mean, yeah, of course, they're not gonna. You can't get around those teams. So it's not their fault. It's not their fault. I mean, they're a run up.
It's not their fault.
It's not their fault they can't get around them. Although they did have that one good season. I want to say 2014, where they were like number 3 or 4, and they kind of jacked it off. And Mississippi State did the same thing that year.
Yeah,
I was really bad.
Mississippi was on top that year. That's both.
Right,
yeah.
I was really mad at them. They played each other. That's when that kid I think broke his leg or his back got torn out. No, the wide receiver dude.
Right.
That was pretty nasty injury.
Yeah.
But I mean, be that as it may, man. I think that we can move forward from this. I think that we can move on from this. But I mean, we definitely going to have to figure something out on that offensive side of the ball, because I know we're deep defensively, but that's still not going to compensate for what we're lacking on the offensive side of the ball.
I'll go out on this. Ain't even a hard bet to make. That they're going to tell Jacksonville State, the Gamecocks, a new one.
They better beat them by 50.
And I guarantee Brandon Harris going to throw for 300 yards in the game with 2 or 3 touchdowns. And Cam Cameron going to allow him to open up the playbook, and they're going to throw against that team. But for whatever reason, he refused to open up the playbook to throw against Wisconsin, who I think they could have tested that secondary. That secondary wasn't all that.
Let me ask you a question.
They were stout against the run.
I'm Les Miles.
But they never truly tested that secondary
they
like
didn't.
they're supposed to.
Oh, the time they did test it, they got intercepted though.
Well, he threw it. Well, come on, but I would place that more on Brandon Harris and ball placement than I would do on them. I'm not to take nothing away from Wisconsin, by the way. They did a good job.
I'm definitely taking something away from Wisconsin. I respect Wisconsin as a.
You gotta respect them now. They beat your team.
Yeah, okay, whatever. That's great.
Okay.
But this is what I'm asking you, right? You're Les Miles, right?
Yes. Your
season is, for all intents and purposes, over.
No, it's not.
It is over.
No, it's not.
Your season is over. Do you bench your quarterback and try to find like some new spark? Because right now they need a spark bad.
What?
They need a spark bad.
I mean, first of all, you asked me if I'm Les Miles, right?
If you're Les Miles,
first thing I'm doing if I'm Les Miles is I'm going to my offensive coordinator, Cam Cameron, and I'm having a conversation with him about his play calling, about opening it up down the field. I'm guaranteeing they're having this conversation at least a half dozen times by now. Okay,
that's more than a half dozen.
Well, okay, that's what I'm saying. Because you're gonna get Fournette beat up. How do you expect him to run against 8 and 9 man fronts every game? They're gonna load the box against him. I know this, and everybody knows this. This is the best running back that we've seen in I don't know how long. Since when? I don't want to throw no names.
Best running back I haven't seen, honestly. I'm gonna say
since Peterson.
With the power that he has and the way he runs, I'm gonna say he reminds me a lot of Herschel Walker.
That's a good comparison.
I think he reminds me a lot of Herschel.
A lot more speed than
Herschel Walker with the speed of Baby Barry.
That's good comparisons, but Fournette, for all intents purposes, you're gonna get him hurt running against them fronts. You gotta open up the pass. Yeah. That's the bottom line.
Well, we got about 30 seconds left before we get to middle of the hour. Coming back, we're gonna talk some more Aints. Get your paper bags ready because it's gonna be a long season. We're gonna talk a little bit more LSU. We're gonna talk Tulane, and we're gonna talk some prep football from around the great state of Louisiana. Has some really good matchups. I'm a prep guy. I love it. I think between high school and college, it's the most purest form of the sport. To the pros, it gets kind of watered down. But we'll talk more Aints because that's his thing. He loves the Aints.
When winter is gone, so spring on over to We've Got It, your low-price, high-class leader. That's right, come in now and take advantage of our everyday bundle deals on any 3 bundles. 12 to 16 inches, $130. 18 to 22 inches, $155. And 24 to 30 inches, $185. We've Got It. 495 Voters Road in Slidell. 985-445-1400. That's 985-445-1400.
I'm the flag in the world. I'm the flag in the world. I'm the flag in the world. Who you know that's better than me? Nobody.
Be the playmaker. Madden NFL 16. Game not yet rated.
Hey, I'm Paul, and I used to ask if you could hear me now with Verizon. Not anymore. I'm with Sprint now, because guess what? It's 2016 and every network is great. In fact, Sprint's reliability is now within 1% of Verizon. And Sprint saves you 50% on most Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile rates. So I switched to Sprint, and millions more have too. Can you hear that?
Don't let a 1% difference cost you twice as much. Switch to Sprint today.
What up, America? This is Big Q from the Sports Coma, letting you know that you can follow us and the guys on Facebook, All Saints and Pelican fans, also on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, the Sports Coma. You can also download our podcast at podbean.com. So check us out for all the intense and entertainment talk on the Saints, the Pels, and a hell of a lot more, only at the Sports Coma. You heard me?
Get ready, New Orleans. It's time for the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys, telling you everything you need to know about the Saints, Pelicans, and a whole lot more.
I ain't gonna say it no more.
We are back. Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys. Shout out to my man Todd, just chimed in. How you doing out there, boy? We talking about your Aints.
I got you, brother. I got
LSU and prep football and everything, everything in between. Okay. So, what you got going on with the Saints next week, man?
Well, I mean, right now we know that they just got down to the 53-man cuts. For those who don't know,
oh my God! Look who just joined in.
Who was that?
James Swade Combs. Wow!
Shout out to Swade.
Shout out to Swade.
Swade's one of the guys here on the Sports Coma. Also, big shout to my dog DC, another one, and Big Boy. He on the boat somewhere. But that big shout out to the crew as well.
Big shout out to Swade joining in. I know you were hating on my Tigers yesterday, boy. I know you loved every minute of that. And I'm still going to contact Facebook tomorrow and have that whole thread deleted when you and whoever that was going off on my Tigers. I'm sorry, Q. I didn't mean to cut you off, man. Let's get back to these Aints, man. They come out the season.
All right, first of all, it's the Saints, okay?
Okay.
Goddamn.
I'm sorry, the Saints.
All right, and the thing is, we got 8 of 10 on the practice squad.
Okay.
Now, one of the biggest surprises y'all know about the Keenan Lewis deal, that's probably, to me, one of the biggest surprises, them cutting Keenan.
That was weird.
When we know we needed Keenan, and there was
weird.
some bull crap reason about him not being available when Keenan told ESPN it was behind Dennis Allen and the stuff that they was doing. Mm-hmm. But outside of that, they did bring a couple of those guys back for the practice squad. Brian Dixon, who was the best gunner on special teams, he's back. Bobby Richardson, I really didn't like that move. I thought Bobby Richardson showed himself. He started for the Saints. Then they cut the man. I thought he could play defensive end and defensive tackle. He could do both things. He was pretty solid. They brought him back as a practice squad member. That's kind of amazing that they would bring him back. Tony Stewart, the linebacker. Austin Johnson, who got beat out by John Kuhn, is on the practice squad. Jack Allen, All-American center out of Michigan State. He played kind of topsy-turvy, but he had a shitty game against Baltimore, but he's back on the practice squad. John Fullerton, Garrett Griffin, and Jake Lampin. I guess they're trying to create a keep pool type of scenario. But anyway, that's a couple of guys on the practice squad. 2 more guys they have yet to fill. And, of course, the acquisitions they brought in, Khalif Barnes and the guy Chris McCain from Miami. Those guys didn't make the cut, although they did finalize the deal with Paul Kruger to be the defensive end, probably going to start opposite side of Cam Jordan.
You know the amazing part about everything you just said?
What's that?
Like, all those players are generic. If I went to the grocery store, I wouldn't pick up I would put none of those players in my basket.
You can't help. He don't have.
No, I put none of those players in my basket. Oh, like the fucking dog, that's crazy.
Dude, you can't. It's the NFL, bro. You can't have every player got to be a star. And you got to have some role players.
It's called J.J. Watt. It's called somebody.
Dude. It's only one J.J. Watt.
Oh, God. We're going to get slaughtered. Okay, you go over there, Russell.
That's the practice squad.
Okay, that's cool. I'm sorry.
That's the practice squad.
Can you go over there, starters again? No, I need
that's
that.
not the starters.
Oh, my God, I need
that's
that.
the practice squad I just went over. Anyway, we're going to cover this. This
shit.
is You done? You done yet?
Go ahead. I'm finishing up with that. I'm done.
All right, number one, there's only one J.J. Watt, all right?
Okay.
Outside of that, the Saints have done a pretty good job of improving this team. Don't get me wrong. I think the defense is going to be a lot better. Y'all guys chime in. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that. But I feel that the defense, they can't be doing no worse, right? The last couple of years, 31 ranked. Last year, 31 ranked overall. Previous year, 31 ranked. The year before that, number 4 ranked. 4 ranked, then dropped to 31 and 31. This year they do for a rebound because, to be honest with you, you can't get any worse.
Yes, you can.
Well, there's one more spot. You can't be
I'm
32.
saying
I don't think that's going to happen. But my problem is not with the defense. It's more like with the offensive line. And me and Sway had these discussions on previous podcasts on the Sports Coma, is that we talk about the Godfather, Zach Strief, who seems to be untouchable. Andrews Pete was brought in to challenge Zach Strief for that right tackle position for whatever reason. There's no competition. It's like Zach Strief got this, like Armstead got the left tackle, and I don't think that's so. Zach Strief get his butt handed to him every time he lined up against a fast rusher.
Strief is a staple. He's been there forever. I mean,
it's time for him to go. That's what Andrews Pete was brought in to replace him. But I don't like the treatment of Andrews Pete is that they moving him from right tackle, right guard. Now he was a left guard. When Armstead out, he played left tackle. So it's a juggling game. I don't get that. But I know for a fact that they're not going to start the season with Sheldon Rankins, our first-round defensive tackle, who got that injury. So he's not going to be back to probably the middle of the season. But I know when the season starts, when the week 1 registers Monday, they're going to put him on the PUP list for him to be able to return at the middle of the season. That's going to free open the roster spot, which I think they're going to use that on a veteran offensive lineman. Whether it's the guy out of Green Bay, Josh Sitton, or possibly, hey, why not Jari Evans? You know, Jari knows this offense. I mean, he's better than Tim Lolito and Clemente. So I mean, why not? He knows the system. You can plug him in, plug and play. You know, he's better than what you got. So why not? But that's my take on in terms of that. I think the Saints will actually do pretty good this year. They're going to surprise a lot of people. That's usually the case.
Surprise me.
Well, I mean, they surprise you usually every year.
Their preseason campaign.
This coming from the same guy. Let me put y'all a little history on red. He's a college man, right? But Favre right here was slammed when Cam Newton first came out. I know a lot of people don't like Cam Newton, but you got to respect the fact that he do win. You know, he has won at the college level. He won championship at college. Him and Fairley. He won in the smaller leagues. He won in high school. He come to the pro. He have that instant success because it takes more than that one player to win in the NFL. That's how difficult it is to win. But eventually he got going. And last year, 15-1. And might I add, our Saints challenged him on both those games. Even with the backup quarterback came in there and we damn well beat him except for the fallback of the defense.
So he dabbed all over us.
Well, he dabbed all
over.
Yeah, but that's a 15-1 club. One team beat them, which I think it was the Falcons that year. But the Saints was in direct competition. They just wasn't a doormat for the team. You understand what I'm saying? Even though a loss is a loss, but it's how you lose to that count. You know, because you can redeem, you can come back. If you was a blowout, ain't nothing that you can get out of a blowout loss. But listen, we played, we just fell short. Shit like that happens from time to time. But anyway, like I'm saying, this guy right here was saying Cam Newton is trash. He's garbage. He's not going to be anything in the league.
To be honest, I'm an LSU fan. By the way, shout out my man George Bush. George Cito just chimed in. Shout out Club Illusions. One of the best clubs I've ever been to in my life. He treats me world class every time I go there. As a matter of fact, we need to kind of hook up sometime. We could do a podcast from the club. We take it down to Mississippi, Gulf Coast. If you're in the Mississippi area, Gulf Coast area, you're having fun or whatever, you gotta stop and holler at my man George. World class dude, world class place. Everything about it is just what's up. And I would definitely highly recommend anybody to go visit and patronize this place. Get the VIP. He's a wonderful dude. He always has something going on. He's been a staple in that community for a very, very long time. And we definitely need to get together and do a podcast out there. Oh, and by the way, I need my my bottle of apple. What's this? I love the drink, man. The apple. What's this? Not Amsterdam, man. I don't do nothing cheap when I'm by Joe because he don't allow me to do nothing cheap. Top shelf on. That's the type of dude he is, right? So it was
that's pretty nice.
He's a real high class dude. Yeah. Ciroc.
Ciroc.
I want my apple Ciroc, Joe. I want my apple Ciroc because you owe me a bottle of that, please. So shout out to him, man. Suede has yet to chime in.
I think you made Suede mad, man.
Man, Suede always makes me mad. That's how we always wind up getting into it. We like LSU and Bama.
More like LSU.
I be Bama though. He be like LSU because I've won more, huh?
More like Auburn.
Auburn and LSU? I don't know. At any rate, man, the Saints campaign. Look.
What's your take, humbly?
I mean, I think the Saints will. I think they're a 9-10 win team.
Can I put you on the spot and give me a win count?
9 to 10. I think they're really? 9 to 10 win team.
Is that 9
to 7, 10 to 6
include a playoff berth?
Okay, let's see who we got, man. Let's go around the league and see who we got. We know what I feel for. Okay, we got the NFC East. NFC East is definitely going to be. It's definitely up for grabs. But if I had to select somebody at this point, I'd definitely be the G-men. I'm a gigantic Odell fan, as you can see.
Giants.
Huh? Yeah, but they're definitely a big Odell fan. So I'm going to Giants.
I don't know about the Giants this year.
The South, I definitely got to give it to either Carolina or Atlanta. I don't think the Saints will win the division. North,
even if you take a look at the schedule, you don't think it's a favorable schedule for them to be able to do something. I
don't believe
so.
You
think Carolina's going to finish it out like last year?
Oh, Carolina?
You think they're going to take the NFC South?
I don't know if they're going to take the South. Who we got? Let's see who we got. Oh, we got Oakland coming up first. All right, we got.
Is that a win against Oakland?
Sunday against Oakland
in the Dome, in the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Is that a win?
Is that a win? It's tough, man. I mean, that's tough.
It's not tough.
I don't know. From what I seen, it's gonna be a close game. They don't play NFC West. They don't play those teams that much. Those AFC West teams that often when they do play them. I mean, it's tough. I mean, you got them. You got San Diego this year. That's gonna be another tough game. You got Seattle, which is gonna be another tough game. You got Denver, which is definitely gonna be. Well, Denver may not be that tough. But, I mean, you also got traditional games. You got Carolina twice. You got Tampa Bay twice. You got Atlanta twice. You got Arizona on the schedule this year. I mean, come on, man. I don't
know if a lot of people might disagree, but I think they're a 10-win team. I think so. Last year, I thought they was a 10-win team. If you watch the games, they left a lot. They didn't finish games. It was at least 3 games, and one of the Carolina games in particular. You can basically count both those games. Where if they'd had a play, just one play, they could have closed it all out. But they left wins on the field, is what I'm saying. They could have very well finished a 9 or 10 win club last year. This year, I believe they're on the. Just call me naive, and I followed this team for years. I followed this team for years, and just to say I got a feeling that this year they're gonna get it together.
Well, we're coming up at the bottom of the hour. We're coming up on another break. We're gonna stay live. Everybody that's following us on Facebook Live, y'all got the podcast. Y'all won't see this part. We need y'all to keep the calls coming in. We need to keep everybody keep joining. See what we got going on. Sports Coma. We're gonna talk some more Saints, more LSU, and then we're about to get to the prep football. We're about to get see to pull up prep football. This $8,000 computer we got sitting right here. So pull up the prep football. We talk the prep football, and definitely y'all can chime in on that, man. Sports Coma, Big G and the guys, Big Q and the guys.
Nah, man, I'm not retiring.
I'll still break that old man's ankles.
I'm still gonna knock down turnaround jumpers all day.
That ain't changing.
Man, I drop threes on them all night long.
All night.
All night.
I'll drain threes on you all night.
Man, I dropped 82 on you.
I've been Kobe for like 14 years.
I've been him for 16 years.
I won like 15 championships.
I've been Kobe for as long as I can remember.
Dude, you're 8. Nah, man, I'm not retiring.
I hate Kobe Bryant.
I love that Mamba face.
I hate that Mamba face. I'll dunk on fools.
I'll still hate Kobe Bryant.
I'm still gonna hate him.
He's not done.
This doesn't change a thing.
I am Kobe.
I am Kobe.
I am Kobe Bryant.
I'll still be Kobe Bryant.
Product not yet rated.
The 6, Raptors, Diamond, Key, New Ride, Old Ride, Bad Times, Good Times, Young Money, New Money, OVO, 29, 29, 29, Best I Ever Had, Worst Behavior, Old Crib, New Crib, October, Sound, Festival, Album Time Again or Acting Time Again, My Friend, My Friends, Younger Me, Older Me, Me as Manny, Me as Jimmy, Me as Drake.
What up, America? This Big Q from the Sports Coma, letting you know that you can follow us and the guys on Facebook, All Saints and Pelican fans, also on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, the Sports Coma. You can also download our podcast at podbean.com. So check us out for all the intense and entertainment talk on the Saints, the Pels, and a hell of a lot more. Only at the Sports Coma, you heard me?
All right. Oh, brother Morton all the way, baby. We got the keys. We coming back up. You not blacker than me, Angelo. Stop it. You stop it. 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 We got the keys, man. We got the keys to success here, man. We coming back. We're gonna talk a little prep football. I'm a brother Morton dude, man. So we're gonna talk about them and God damn, we crushed. Nobody play defense in the game.
That's a basketball school, man. We do Crummel. 70 to 53, man.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk a little prep football, man. We're gonna get into it. If you could ever pull it up on this this computer, man, it's crazy. We'll put up the standings right quick of everybody. We back here on the Sports Coma. For those of y'all followers on Facebook Live, want y'all to chime in, man. If y'all got any questions or comments on anything LSU or the Aints.
758.
Yeah, we can do 7. We'll start off with 758. Anything LSU or Aints, man. Please.
Could you stop calling them the Aints?
I'm sorry. Anything LSU or the Saints, please chime in. The number to call is 504-450-6383. And we will put you on live with the Swami Big Q. And I'm the guys. So come on, man. Let's do it here, man. So listen, we're gonna talk a little.
Boy, I swear he talk about you bad right now on that one.
Oh, he probably talking about me bad. So we're gonna talk a little prep football. Anybody in particular y'all want to talk about, man? I have not had a chance to go to any of the prep football things in and around the great state of Louisiana just yet, but I plan on doing that sometime this week. Definitely, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna catch some games. So, any questions y'all might have or any comments y'all want to place on that, or if y'all got a favorite school, y'all want to shout y'all school out or whatever, please feel free to do so.
Brother Martin, they beat Plaquemine.
Yeah, I see that. That's my school right there, BM baby, Brother Martin. So yeah, back to what we were talking about, man. the Saints campaign, I look at them as going to maybe a 9-7 or 10-6 ball club this year. I think Drew Brees. I think they definitely have to get another quarterback because Drew Brees is on the ass end of his career.
Will they extend his contract?
I don't think they're going to extend his contract. I think that he's done all he can do for the team. I think he brought the championship here, which is great. He'll always be heralded. I mean, I think if he runs for mayor tomorrow, like he'll win hands down. I really firmly believe that. But I mean, at this stage in the game, man, it's just too late for him. I mean, I think that we go to 9-5 here. I think that you can go to standings, the big standings right there, and that should pull up everybody's standings. I think that it's time for us to draft somebody else. I think that we need to get somebody else in waiting. We had what's that kid forever? Finally, let him go to Kansas City.
You're talking about the quarterback from Philly?
No, Xavier. What his name was? Chance. Was it Chance Daniels? What's his name? Chase Daniels. We had him, but we let him go, so it's cool.
Well, we couldn't. They didn't want to spend on him at the time. They made him the number one highest paid backup. Kansas City got him.
Angelo's chiming in, wanting to know if Jesuit won. Did Jesuit win? Because he went to my we hated them, by the way. We named food after y'all, dude. We used to have food after y'all. I don't know what the news. I think they might be 7-5-8, or they might be 9. Try 9-5-8. It might be 9-5-8. Maybe you can just type in Jesuit losing Blue Jays or the Blue Jays. I hate Jesuit. I don't like nothing about Jesuit at all. There they go right there. Jesuit is.
No, I don't know if that's right.
That's last year's schedule.
Yeah,
that's the 15. Click on their name. Yeah, we don't like nothing about. I don't like nothing about Jesuit. We used to have Blue Jay wings or named after y'all. So when is that? That was 11. That's all last year.
No, 2 days ago, Jesuit 13
yeah, y'all beat Eastern 13-6, man.
Swede don't like that.
Shout out Jesuit, they won 13-6. That's my man Angelo's alma mater, 13-6. I don't know how they did that. They will lose, the brother won't know. They will lose when it's time to play the Crusaders. They will lose, hands down. But yeah, we need to draft somebody else, man. We need the quarterback in waiting, and I don't know what they're gonna do about that situation out in Baton Rouge, man. And that's really a shame, man, because that whole community really needs LSU to win right now. With all the devastating flooding that's going on there, LSU has had those kids got killed in the car accident or whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's sad, man. And I think that's a damn shame, man. Yeah. That they can't come together, man, and win that for not only for themselves, man, but that whole community, that whole area, man, is trying to pull together, needing something to believe in. You gotta give them that. My son said he wants to get on a track with you. That's fine. Whenever he's ready, he can definitely do that. We got the studio going on over at We've Got It, 495 Bowlers Road, Suite 8, Slidell, Louisiana, 70461, and that's what they call a plug.
Yeah, that is.
So, please, man, I invite y'all to chime in 504-450-6383, and be sure to follow us on Wednesday. Where we will be doing the Ball Till You Fall picks of the week. I'll give y'all my top 15 or 20 picks for those of y'all that's interested in gambling like I've been doing for the past 20 years of my life on anything football. I'll definitely be able to shed some light on that subject. And we will be doing our live fantasy updates because, as you know, the season kicks off Thursday night. As far as the pros go, I picked a team last week for a friend of mine, man. I'm gonna be honest, it wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. The league is flipped over, unless it was just his league. I don't know. Shout out to my man T Green, Mookie Duke. You know who y'all are. You know Terrell. I picked Terrell's team.
My dog TJ.
Yeah, I picked his team last week for fantasy football, man, and it was awful. It was awful, man. He wound up sticking 3 quarterbacks out the deal. He got he got Brady. He got which he doesn't play till week 4, but he got Brady, Phillip Rivers. And it was somebody else that was out there in round 6 or some shit. It was crazy. But yeah, I'll be giving y'all that fantasy update as well as my my picks. My man Dave just joined. Super Dave, I see you, baby. We broadcasting live and direct, so we've been doing this forever. Yeah, chime in with that, man. If y'all want to play some side bets or whatever, a gentleman's bet, whatever, let me know. But I tell you one thing, I'll make a bold prediction right here. If the Saints went over 10 games, I'm gonna have a triple threat, right? I'm shaving all my facial hair. I'm shaving off my eyebrows and I'm going bald. And I put white powder on my whole head where I look like some kind of android if the Saints win more than 10 games. It's just not going to happen this year. I'm sorry. You can say I'm a hater or whatever.
You that comfortable with that?
I'm that comfortable. I shave off you heard it right here, September 4th, 2016. I shave off my eyebrows. I shave off all my hair. And I shave off all my facial hair if the Saints win. I just don't have any faith in them. I don't believe in them. I think that they spend too much time getting generic, non-name brand players. And, I mean, if it was up to me, I would be out there in free agency doing what I do and making sure I got the best player for the buck. I think if anybody for the Saints starters get hurt, I think that James Combs is checked back in, and he has spelled whoa-ho-ho-ha. So, again, I think that the Saints definitely have to get some name brand players on their team. And without that, I just don't respect them.
There you go with this name brand stuff, man. Not everybody, they're doing the best they can do what they got. I mean,
let me tell you something.
To be honest with you, listen, we don't need a Saints killer. You got to explain to them exactly
well, you got to get on the computer because if you let me run this, I'm a salt and tank. But that's just what I do.
Listen, we looking at Mickey Mouse Loomis, right? Shout out to DC for that nickname too. That
Mickey Mouse Loomis.
Mickey Mouse Loomis done stacked the Saints for $35+ million in dead money they can't use. Mm-hmm. So this is the point where I really don't agree with what's going on in the administrative area of it, dealing with Mickey Mouse, because that's just stupid. $35 million we could have used. Remember the Josh Norman situation appeared when Josh was cut by Carolina, and it was two teams that got into the bid, and it was the Saints and the Redskins. The Saints lost out to the Skins because they didn't have the money. If they had access to that $35 million, then we would have Josh Norman as a cornerback on our team today. And I think that's one of the things that's crippling the Saints, that backwards thinking that Mickey Loomis. I don't know if anybody structures contracts like Mickey Loomis do. And I done had and heard analysts and columnists and sport reporters sit up here and refer to Loomis as a genius because he backloads these deals, and then if a player don't work out, then you end up cutting him in $6 million. Like with Keenan Lewis, $6.5 million of Keenan Lewis money ended up dead on the contract. You still owe Junior Gillette over $12 million.
Yeah, but the thing of it is, it's a business. I mean, he makes a deal. Really
what business
attractive.
you know accumulates debt at that ratio? Only one other thing I know does that in the government that writes checks.
Exactly. That's what I'm
so I mean, Mickey is not the government.
No, he's not the government.
But he need to go work for the government because that's how he running the team.
He's a beast, right? He's running like the housing market, right? He makes it really attractive in the beginning. He makes it because I mean, let's be honest, right? I'm a free agent. I got a bunch of teams that I can go to, especially a really good free agent, right? There's nothing that's gonna warrant me coming to New Orleans to play. Because we're not in Miami, we're not a San Diego, we're not in New York, we don't have big shopping or these powerhouse clubs, we don't. So we got to figure out creative ways to get a player here. And, I mean, the truth be told, if it comes down to a money thing and you're that player, like with the Asamoah deal, right, we could just, I mean, if
Asamoah.
Yeah, I'm the Asamoah. When they tried to get him like 2 or 3 years ago or whatever it was.
Thinking at a champ early.
Huh?
Thinking at a champ early.
What's that?
No, Asamoah, okay.
Yeah, we tried to get Asamoah.
Right,
when Asamoah left
before he
Eagles.
retired, yeah.
Right. And I think that would have been a good move. But I mean, when it comes down to it, man, you that guy, you gonna get the money anyway, right? Similar like in basketball, you can't. There's not enough money you can pay a guy in basketball to come to a depressed market team, and that's how New Orleans is looked at. So Mickey Loomis, and football is not basketball. So I mean, what he does is he's learned from basketball to inflate these contracts to these non-believable levels on the back end to where it makes it really, really attractive to these veteran players, these aging veteran players. Man, that's a money grab. If they come in and they flop, he just dumps them off and unloads them, or he'll just cut them and just pay them all where it won't count against the salary, but it'll blow all kind of finances out the back end of the Saints budget as far as the income. But I mean, when you got a $60 ticket, does that really matter? They got the money to spend. Right. They're trying to put more asses in the seats. And the bottom line, if you get more name brand players, that's the more asses you're going to put in the seat.
That's basically true. I mean, that's the only thing I'm going to agree with you as far as.
And the fact that they're not going to have over 10 wins. I'm cutting all this off. All I'm going to be completely bald here.
Will the 10 wins
all these job sticks.
Will a team will the team give them a deep playoff run? That's the question. I guess that's something that we just have to approach when we come back off a break. But as I see it fit, I think they might. Do you believe there'll be a deep run in the playoffs?
No, I don't believe they're gonna make the playoffs.
They'll win 10 games, but not make the playoffs.
You're right. I don't think 10 wins are gonna be adequate enough this season.
What do we finish in the NFC South this year before we go?
Third.
Behind
Atlanta.
Carolina, Atlanta,
and then us, the names. You heard it here first. So again, Wednesday we are gonna be here for our ball to you fall picks and the fantasy picks and the fantasy updates. So we'll be logging in from Facebook Live again on Wednesday.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Ashamed of myself, for realist.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Hey, this Sway. I'm about to tune you in. I'll cue you into your one-stop online shop for all your health essentials. Your vitamins, your water filters, healing magnetics, hygiene products, healing crystals, and jewelry. For all this and more, just log into theposhlifestyle.com. Once again, that is theposhlifestyle.com.
There's no one road out there. No one surface. No one speed. No one way of driving on each and every road. But there is one car that can conquer them all. The Mercedes-Benz C-Class. 5 driving modes let you customize the steering, shift points, and suspension to fit the mood you're in and the road you're on. The 2016 C-Class, starting at $38,950.
Is it true Ciroc vodka makes the best flavors in the world? Take one sip of the lush wildness of Ciroc Red Berry. One taste of the intense ripeness of Ciroc Peach. Even one drop of the explosive freshness of Ciroc Coconut. And the truth will come to your lips. Ciroc Ultra Premium flavors. One sip is all it takes to taste true perfection. Available in Red Berry, Coconut, and Peach. Ciroc. Nothing tastes better than the truth.
Bud Light Party believes in change. That's why Bud Light has a new look, and we want to share it with everyone. From our national parks to our furthest shores, jackpot, to your living room. Look under your seats! Still the same refreshing Bud Light with a new look.